Hey beautiful yogis, welcome to Kirsten Nielsen Yoga. Today we are in Ontario, Canada for this beautiful sunset. We'll be doing a yin yoga practice, which is going to be extremely relaxing and calming for your nervous system. And ladies, today Bec and I are repping Indigo Luna, so for 10% off use the code Kirsten10. So grab your yoga mat and a blanket and we'll start this practice. So we're going to grab a hold of either a blanket or a pillow or a bolster if you have one. So if you have a bolster, you can be watching Bec, because she will take the bolster and bring it across her mat towards the back of the mat. If you have a blanket, then we're going to roll up the blanket. So we're going to roll it up, so it's almost like a big long hot dog. There we go. I haven't introduced the team yet, but this is Eamon, Bec, and Max.
I'm so excited.
Very excited to relax and enjoy the yin practice. So grab your blanket or grab your bolster, bring it behind you towards the back of the mat. So essentially the first pose we're going to come into, we're going to be in for a while. It'll open up the front of the shoulders, it'll open up your chest, and create a little bit more of an extension for the upper back. So as you lie back, the blanket or the bolster is going to be just where your shoulder blades are, and then the shoulders will drape over, arms open wide, head down to the mat. So if this feels too much of a back bend in the spine, then you can always release it and just lie flat on your back whenever you need. So you want to make sure that the blanket or the bolster is right underneath the shoulders so they can go over. And then allow the arms to open wide. Palms facing up, so you're in this really open and receptive state. And then wherever you are, just take a big inhale and breathe into the front of the heart. Breathe all the way into the fingertips. And then see if you can find a little bit more softness on the exhale. And if the low back's feeling a little tender, then maybe bend the knees, bring the feet wide, and allow the knees to knock in. Now we're going to slow down the breathing and bring a count to the breath. So if this feels like too much, you can always come back to your natural breath whenever you need. So together we'll take a slow inhale in, fill up. And a long breath out, all the way to empty. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, breathing in, low ribs, side ribs, front of heart. Soft pause at the top. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Breathing in, in. Feel the expansion right at the top of the in-breath and hold. And then open the lips, full release all the way to empty. So either you can stay here for a little longer if you feel like this is really, really serving you and you want to stay. Otherwise, if it feels okay for the low back, you can extend the legs forwards if you haven't already and reach the arms overhead, interlacing the fingers and find length from the fingers all the way to the toes. It's like you're giving yourself a big stretch. Feeling into both sides of the waist. And then releasing the arms, rebending the knees, plant the feet down. And we're just going to go really slow to roll off of the blanket, roll off of the bolster, the pillow. Gently clean them out. So if you have your bolster, then you might just want to slide it out of the way. Now Eamon's going to do a different variation of this as he has a knee injury. So he's going to come down onto his back for this one. And then bring his right ankle across the left thigh like so. And he's either going to stay here for a little bit of time or he can pick the foot off the mat and interlace the fingers around either the hamstring or the shin. Otherwise, we're going to take pigeon pose. So bringing the right knee down towards the right side of the mat and extending the leg back. And you can take your blanket and thread it through so the blanket is underneath the right sit bone for a little bit more height and a little bit more support. So we're not going to be in this pose for too long, just around 2 to 3 minutes. So you want to make sure that you're pretty comfortable. So here, either you can grab a pillow or a bolster as you start to walk the hands forwards, forwards, and folding.
Sketchy.
Okay, because otherwise we're going to cross the knees and give them off. So instead of going that way, then we're going to do it like this. That's it. There we go.
A little more protection than that, yeah.
How does that feel? Do you feel loosening out of it? So same thing that I did before when we were on our back. We're going to count 2, 4 with a soft pause at the top. But at any point, if you feel this is too much and you want to release the breath and just come back to your natural breathing, then you can do that at any point. So together we'll take a slow inhale, long exhale, breathing in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, softening, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, low ribs, side ribs, back of heart, front of heart. Pause at the top of the inhale. And then slow exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 3 more rounds like this, just go at your own pace. You might want to come back to the count of 4 and stay with it. And then if you're in pigeon pose, you'll take a breath in and lift the gaze. Gently, gently walk the hands back in. If you've taken pigeon pose supine on your back, then just gently sliding the right heel and releasing the legs. Planting the hands down, gently press the floor away and we'll slowly slide the right knee back. And if you're in tabletop from that pigeon pose, then just start to move the hips, feel into the side body, just notice the difference between sides. And if you're on your back, you can do the same thing with the feet planted down.
Grind the air, everybody.
That's right. Alright, we'll switch sides. So if you're on your back, crossing the left ankle over the right thigh. Otherwise, we'll slide the left knee forwards, bring the foot across the mat. And then make sure that your blanket or your pillow is now underneath the left sit bone. And then come up high onto the fingertips. Take a big breath in. And then take your time to slowly lower down onto the forearms on the breath out. And so I'm going to cue the breath through the left side as well. And every time with the exhale, see if you can just soften that little bit more. Just softening the muscles around the joint, just allowing the tissue to reshape. So together, big breath in when you're ready. Breathe into the front of the heart. And slow exhale. Breathing in, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Breathing in, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, low ribs, side ribs, back of heart, front of heart. And then again, pause right at the top of the breath, contain. Exhale, release, release all the way to empty. And then again, 3 more rounds at your own pace, to your own count. And then if you're in pigeon pose, just starting to send the gaze forwards on the breath in. Gently coming back up onto the hands on the out breath. And if you're lying down on your back, just gently, gently releasing the legs. Here we'll press the hands down, chin to chest, and slowly, slowly coming out of the pose. Just take your time. Little rocks from side to side with the hips. And then if you're down on your back, just take your time to come all the way back up. So Eamon, just take your time to come up. So the next pose we'll do will be to open up through the shoulders, the front of the shoulders, and pack that little bit more, just like we did at the start, but this time we're going to be on the belly. So as you lie down, You'll extend the right arm out towards the right, and if your shoulder's really tight, you might keep your arm extended. If you want a little bit more, you can bend the elbow and bring the right hand in line with the elbow. Then as you roll onto the right shoulder, you'll slide the knees up towards the left side of the mat and lower the right ear down. So Eamon, you're gonna slide. That's it. There you go. Perfect. How's that from low back?
Yeah, it's good.
So spread the fingers out wide with the right hand and press the palm down, press the forearm down. So either you can stay with the left fingertips down onto the mat to support, or you can bring the left forearm behind the low back. There we go. And then take a big breath in. Slow breath out. Big inhale. Long exhale. And just 3 more deep breaths here. We'll take a breath in together when you're ready. And then gently releasing the left arm on the breath out. And just take your time to extend the legs back and slide back onto your belly. Just go slow. And then we'll switch sides. Left arm out towards the left. Either you can bend the elbow. That's it. And bring the hand in line with the elbow. We'll start to slide the knees over towards the right as you roll onto the left shoulder. That's it. And then again, either you can stay supporting yourself with the right hand, or you can bring the right forearm behind back.
Just like wants to kill it.
I know, that's why I'm holding it. Toy. So you can either come back to the full count with the breath, or just think about breathing into all sides of the waist. Every breath in, go right to the top of the in-breath. Every exhale, go all the way to empty. Last 3 deep breaths. And take a big breath in. Slowly releasing the right arm on the breath out. Just take your time. Extending the legs back and slide back onto the belly, just slow. And you can make a little pillow with the hands. So forehead down onto the hands. That's it. Just rock the pelvis, rock the hips a little bit from side to side. Releasing the low back. And if this feels really nice and you want to stay here for a couple more deep breaths, then you can stay. Otherwise, we're going to roll onto our backs. And you can just stay like you are with your head towards the front of the room and roll onto the back. Hugging the knees into the chest. That's it. And just do little rocks from side to side. We're going to take a deep twist. So when you feel ready, open the arms out wide. Move the hips slightly over towards the right and lower the knees down towards the left. So ground through the right shoulder, and you can start to send the gaze over the right shoulder so the twist goes all the way up the spine. And so with every breath in, expanding and opening up through the heart. Every breath out, get that little bit deeper into the pose. Even bigger. That's it. And when you feel ready, slowly bringing the knees back to center on the breath in. Just go nice and slow. And then switching sides, move the hips over towards the left, knees down to the right. And so again, big breath in to the front of the heart. Send the breath all the way to the fingertips. And then long exhale, empty through the breath. And last 3 deep breaths here. Deep breath in. And long. And take a big breath in. All the way to empty on the breath out. And then And gently just take your time to draw the knees back and towards your chest. And then you can take any other pose you feel you need before stillness. Otherwise, you can grab a hold of a blanket, you can grab a hold of a pillow if you want that underneath your knees for Shavasana. Just essentially getting really comfy and really cozy. And you're going to hear a little bit of creaking, but that's just the deck is on water. So turning the palms up so that you're in this really open, receptive state. And let the physical body just get heavier and heavier with every out breath. So even more there's this sense of just letting go, letting go, letting go. And just lean into quiet. Embrace the softness that comes as the body is still. And notice if the mind wants to pull you out of this moment and take you away to anything that you need to fix, change. Just really allow yourself to soak in each breath. Really allow yourself to soak in this moment, this quiet, intimate time with yourself, with all layers, all parts of you. And for the next few minutes, allow yourself to be fully supported and held. I know it's so hard for most of us to really allow ourselves to just lean into the support. So now really embrace that. And as the physical body gets heavier and heavier, with every inhale, just feel the lightness of the heart. And you can stay here for as long as you need, yogis. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.
Namaste.